Yep. You know, it is true. I am crazy. I see things all the time. I'm constantly seeing things, just out of my mind. Right now, I'm kind of sick, a little down, down in the weather. I can barely talk at this point, but I'm going to make a quick video to show this because it's just you can't avoid this one here. You have to do it. Just have to do it. So I'll try to do it real quick. Okay. Weather pattern over the Earth right now in the Pacific. Picture of the lunar south pole reversed and overlaid over the Earth. And I'm going to put that picture that I just saved of the weather right over the top of this weather pattern, or this moon surface right now. Because I have to do it. I just have to do it. Because common sense tells me to do it, I guess. Something's telling me I need to do this. Good enough. You see what I'm trying to do here? There you go. Look at this right here. Look. See this pattern right here? In that weather? It goes with that right there. That is the same thing. It looks a little, you think it's coincidence, but that is not coincidence that that's there and that's there. This curve is there. Just like I said, it's in the weather. The history of the Earth is in the weather. Every day. Otherwise, the weather's phony or something. I mean, the history of the Earth is in the weather. That's it. You want to know the history of the Earth? Look at the weather. You want to know what all the hidden mysteries are? Look at the weather. Look at the Earth. Look at the moon. There's Schrodinger's print, and that is Stonehenge, and everything like that. And then the pyramids are in there. Right here, the all-seeing eye, it's all there. The dragon is here. I mean, there's a lot of things. This is the most important area of the moon. One of the most. This is Mare Oriental, I guess. And the side that faces it, it's all important. There you look at this. See the yellow? It goes in that spot somewhere. It goes there. And this is really, I don't know, I've never seen it like this. It's kind of, I mean, I have kind of seen it like this before, but it is kind of strange. But like I said, this is the this crater right here creates it. It's the starter of the hurricanes and the cyclones and the typhoons. Look at that in rotation. It's got out in the ocean in the Pacific right now. It's probably not going to be a hurricane or anything, but that's what it does over here on the East Coast, and that's what it does over here in the Pacific, in the Western Pacific. It turns into things like cyclones and typhoons. The meteorologists have to know it. The people that are specialists in typhoons, they have to know it. I mean, I watched a documentary the other day, and I gotta send that guy an email, but they have to know already. I would think they know. And they have to know what the ocean floor is like, and that's where it all starts. That's why they're always in the same areas. I know they say it's the temperature of the water. I'm sure that it has everything to do with the temperature of the water, but is it coming from the surface of the earth or the ocean floor? Is that where the temperature is coming from? Because I know it's hot down there. It's not just because it's on the equator, that it's hotter, that much hotter. You have look on the equator. You have a lot of big volcanoes, things. Mid-Atlantic Ridge is pretty close. All this is just hot. But let's check this weather pattern. We'll take away the lunar south pole, and my voice is starting to come back a little bit, so I can continue on, I guess. Not that you really want me to, but I'm going to do it anyway. Alright, where's it at? What we got going here? Look at that. Pretty cool. Fits in that, look at that corner. It just fits right in that corner. Comes down just like the other ones. Let's bring up, let's take that group away and just look at it over the earth. That's pretty interesting, I would say. Gotta be pretty interesting, at least. At the very least. Well, that puts California way over there on that one. But it, like I said, like we know, this pattern will show itself. I mean, this pattern will be all over the earth, but it'll always come back to this place, regardless. I mean, you just watch me save that from up there. It's up here in the weather, and I'm bringing it down to the southern hemisphere, completely below the equator, down to the southern hemisphere, and it will always go right here. The weather up here will almost, I guess, I shouldn't say always, but 90% of the time probably will go right here. Same with the weather in South America and in Africa here. And up here now we have this area now too. The weather from here will go there, and the weather from over here will go there. I mean, everything had to be built there. It had to be built on a plate, whatever, and then moved away. The eruption would push things away. It would be such a big, huge eruption if the moon were this size and it hit the earth, which it did something. And if it didn't hit the earth, it's shaping it from space, and it has to be bigger to do that. I'm sorry, but to do what it's doing to the weather here, it has to be pretty big. And it could be the sun doing this to the weather, actually. It could be the sun. It's the sun has everything to do with it as well. But, I mean, what originally is shaping the weather would be the moon print on the earth, or it's doing it from space. It's one of those two things. It either left its print on the earth, and the sun is pulling this up and showing us projecting the surface of the earth into the sky as clouds. That's my description of how weather works, basically. The sun pulls, or something, or the moon, either one, pulls this up from the surface and projects the Earth's surface into the sky as clouds. You've heard me say it before, and that's the best way I can explain it, because it absolutely does pull up the same patterns every day. Every day it's the same patterns. I mean, as the years go by, it's the same patterns. Years have gone by, and I can pull up ones that are going to go right with that already from years ago. Just like I showed earlier. Years go by and the same pattern, but they change it. They make it harder to see with this weird shit. It's just weird compared to what I'm used to, I guess. And I'm just going to bring up a couple things real quick, and then I'm going to go. Copernicus first of all. Interesting. So you always see that right, you'll always see something right there for that Copernicus. So it hit the same place. I'm telling you, it hit the same place. This area of the moon either hit the same place, or today at this very moment, it's creating that weather pattern over North America or in the Pacific right now. The moon. It could be because this is facing the Earth at this very moment. I mean, I go outside right now and the moon's what, 3/4 of the way full. So it could be shaping that weather right now from there, because we see it shares a similar pattern as the lunar south pole. I mean, it has the same curves and angles and things, and it has the same Copernicus print right in the middle of it. So it could be this is what's shaping the weather today. But it started out on other areas of the moon first, I would imagine, because those areas fit too, and they're no longer facing the Earth, so it must have been in the past that those ones left their print on the Earth or something. This is doing it today, or it's just all crazy. It is crazy. But there you go. I gotta go. Have a great weekend. I'm done uploading videos for a while, for a day or two.